Sometimes after a social weekend where I've been either with one person for a long time or out at a social event, which I was, and haven't been to one like that in a while, felt good to get out in that way, you know. um, I find that sometimes on Sunday nights I'm a little scattered. I find that what I have not done in the past and what can lead to bigger issues during the week for me is I have not drawn myself back into myself. I have not pulled my tendrils out from whoever I was with to just check in with me. And that doesn't mean that you withdraw and that you don't extend again. But for the check in point, it's very important that you embrace all the way around your own heart and just make sure where you are at. And in that time is when I connect directly with God. Now, my feelings and my connection with God is very fluid. You know, sometimes I'm held by Father God, sometimes I'm absolutely cared for and comforted by Mother God. Sometimes it's a fire up my ass, you know, what the hell are you doing, Brother God? There's all different, you know, it's always love, but there are all different aspects in which I connect. And I just want to offer something, a physical exercise that I do that for me just brings me closer to that inner dialogue. Not the inner dialogue with myself, the inner dialogue with something larger than me, and it aids me to surrender. So often, I have my hands clasped, or I have them like this, or I even, I pray with them like this, or I even have my hands open when I'm looking to kind of send my love outward. But I will tell you, and it needs to be on my skin, but having a hand flat, usually by my heart, and then the other one is in different places. I've had it on. Sometimes it needs to be on my thigh, sometimes on my belly, sometimes, on top of my other hand. But there is something about the palm of my hand and my hand extended against my skin that maybe it's the warmth and feeling my own vibration, but it brings me right in. And in that space of in, I can go right up. So this morning, I sleep with my hands curled up. I'm a side sleeper. I'm pretty fetal. And just upon awaking, I flatten my hands out and I let them kind of find their way the place on my body where they wanted to be. And I found this place of profound connection. And so this is something that I do quite regularly, especially when I've been around a lot of people for a long time, just to really give myself the space to check in and to remind myself that that is very important, because it's easy for us to be in two places at once. We're multitaskers by the nature of the world. We are multitaskers. And for that moment, it doesn't need to be forever, but for that moment when you're drawing back to you, you've got to be like all there. So like let's say that you're feeling like a little spacey. You've got to take the time for all the wisps to congeal. And when you check in, and I would tell you that you need to do a body scan to feel that you feel fully present. And I just want to suggest the physical contact with yourself, because that's really effective for me. And so that is what has come up for me today. And I will see you tomorrow.